visiting Hawks in their away blacks tonight. Black jerseys, black shorts, gold letters and numbers. Out there on the field, the Ithaca Little Reds celebrating senior night in the uniforms. Their white jerseys, their white shorts, the maroon letters and numbers. Ithaca with some yellow trim around those letters and numbers. Corning earlier during the pregame. They will start with the ball first. 4 o'clock. The winner of this match will move on to the stack play against Johnson City on Thursday afternoon for the regular season finale and the chance to keep a seat in the stack playoffs. And Corning gets control immediately. Here's Sinan battling for it. Luke Sinan outside of the 8. All out of the way. Luke Terwilliger here near sideline. Throw and coming. Quickly got that ball and it won over possession. Now deep in their offense as we've played not even 30 seconds of action here in the first half.
Looking at, Corning with their 4-5-1. They got Julio Caceres playing as well. Ithaca's leaving 3 guys back, ready for the counterattack that they know. 5-man midfield coming right at him.
Connor Bonnywell with a cross over the field to Will Strominger. Ball at the far side. Into the first half. No score very early in between Ithaca and Corning. Ball over on the far side of the field. It's going to go out of play by the Hawks. Throw in coming up for the Ithaca Little Red. In their offensive third, they throw this one in. Ball outside the box. It's sky high now inside the 18. Sinan can maybe get a playoff if he can't. It makes its way back to Will Strominger. Now inside the 18 coming Eric Ekstrom to make the stop. Really nothing too. He does a good job to get the ball out, and he'll get ready to pass one out.
And you ask about the sophomore, just looking at his goal, 18-yard box presence on that. To come out and get his hands on the ball. Patient on the district. Looks like the kid knows what he's doing.
Outside goal. Ball now up top to Franco Suma. 23-18. A slow roller towards goal. Danny Stagliano scoops it up and throws it near sideline. He finds Salco Camo working through a Franco Suma who had that shot attempt for the Corning Hawks. 30 first half scoreless here as Luke Sinan with the ball left side of the field, outside left at the 18. He looks to the left. Sani with a one-time strike. It bounces towards goal, and Eric Ekstrom coming up with a stop.
And again, off his line, timed it well, saw the cross coming in, read it, got there before get there. Again, Mr. Ekstrom looks like the young South.
Ball in possession of Corning. From left to right they go. Here's Jacob Grano over to the far side, losing control. Far sideline throwing coming up for senior Brian Austin. He'll this one in. Now he's slowing things down, trying to figure out what to do with the ball. Now he eventually, he was looking for a teammate. Making its way towards midfield. Luke Sinan slowing down the play. Up at his feet. Now at the outside left of the circle, Ben Vanderland. For it here is whistle blows and with a little bit of a push on Franco Suma. So he'll for the kick, 36 minutes to play in the first half. No. 5 yards out. It's got some backspin to it. Takes one hop right to Stagliano. Ball picks it on up, and he'll get ready to kick this one out himself.
Both had their chances to be in command of their 18-yard box. Stagliano on one side, Ekstrom on the other side. How will they come into play? Their 18-yard areas.
Loss of possession. Back. 35 minutes to play in the first half. Regular season finale for both of these two teams. Ball at for Luke Sinan trying to call for a handball, and one is called against. And very quickly, Ithaca started before it's stolen away and stifled. Corning defense giving it to the Hawks for their possession. An Ithaca player goes tumbling, so does another corner. That looks like it was Isaac Davis taking the majority of the hit, but a whistle blows and a foul's going to go against the Hawks. Ithaca will get the ball back. Third place, still no score.
Looking like there's going to be confrontation all over the field. Good-sized teams, both of them. No little kids out on the field. Bodies are going to be crashing.
Here's Luke Sinan, left side of the 18, push from the side, lose a control. Ball, it goes over the goal line. Last touch by Corning. Corner kick coming up for WRED. Their first of the night. 34 minutes to play in the left corner arc. And Sinan tries to get a head on it. It's punched in by Ekstrom goal. 18. Now it trickles back towards midfield. Trying to keep the ball in play. Side of the 18. Bounces inside the 18. Can Ithaca dash for it? No, they can't. Towards the near side. Headed by Selko Camo. Play in the first half. Still scoreless. Corning trying to regain control. 50. Here's Sinan with a cross. That's stolen away, but he's able to regroup and recover. 23 yards. One, it's deflected. Back and forth. Kicks. Nobody has really maintained control of it for the last 10 seconds. And it looks like Corning might be able to win it over. Brian Austin making a run for it. The ball goes far side. Is it going to catch the sideline? The ball's still in play. The clock continues to roll. 33 minutes to play in the first half. Score. Ithaca with an opportunity here. Ball inside the 18. A big misses as it goes over the goal.
And Nick, that's exactly what we were talking about. Bread and butter. Ithaca finding the ball into the central midfield. Ball out into the channel. Vanderline playing a nice combination with Amir Omar. Ben gets to the end line. Amir Omar, corner of the 6-yard box. Love to have that one back. 10 yards wide. Best scoring opportunity of the game so far.
Goal kick here for Ekstrom. Sends it off. Right to Amir Omar, who had that down to whistle blows. And possession's going to go right back to the
field. Please return to the field by
33 minutes to play. In the first half, still free kick coming up. Strominger sending one off. Goes. Tough angle for Almadin. Push from the side, but the Ithaca, the Corning Hawks will get it back with 32 minutes to play, still scoreless.
Very far from the Little Red. Looks like they're up to the challenge in the midfield, even being outnumbered. Giving Corning a lot of time on the ball, and they're forcing Corning to play long balls. To defeat a 5-man midfield does not let them hang on to the ball, but make them play. That's exactly what they're doing.
Took a foul. Corning will get ready to broadcast. Brought to you by Security Insurance, your hometown insurance, 1887. And now we're going to start seeing substitutions momentarily. Mason Wolf, Tristan Cornell, Roberts. Players getting warmed up and stretching on the sideline. This is senior night, so Gilbert Antoine trying to get as many seniors in the starting lineup as he. Ball over on the far side of the field. Go with control. Sinan header. Here's an opportunity for Selko Camo with a right foot strike. Pass it well over the goal.
And again, that's Max Gaeta, who came off positive minutes into the midfield, picking up just underneath this half line, swinging it out wide to Ben Vanderlyn. South down 10 yards out, left post. Have that one back. Miss hit. Bad technique on the shot. Ithaca with a shot opportunity inside of 12 yards that goes from.
By certainly capturing the attention of the Ithaca bench, we can't tell from up. It sure sounded like the ball goes out of play far sideline.
Oh, bird, get over, dun dun.
Everyone's wondering what's happening, but nonetheless, continues to roll 10 in the first 10 minutes into the first half. Here's Corning with an opportunity. Twist trying to work past an Ithaca defender, leading in here by Franco Suma, but he loses it. Maybe a little fancy. Salco can't control the ball. It lands at the feet. Amir Omar with it over to the far side. He's ball at midfield. A quick cross from Will Strominger to really on that far sideline. The ball goes out of play. Corning throwing coming up. Get ready to see Jared Brooks, Tristan Cornell Roberts, Mason Wolf. They'll all come in for the Ithaca Little Red.
That was the four that I say were sitting on the bench, and would Coach Gilbert Antoine be able to weather the first 10 minutes again with guys on the field who haven't 4 or 5 weeks, but they acquitted themselves well again. Max Gaeta in the central midfield, very strong, positive minutes before the night is over.
The officials have a warning player out there, letting him know that his plays. The Hawks are going to resume action here with the ball. 20 to play in the first half, still scoreless. Possession immediately won back over by the Ithaca Little Red. Amir Omar taking the ball, maybe 30 yards on the field itself. Lusick and defender goes out of play. Little Red on the free kick here. It's Strominger sending one over. Dashing on through and now tripped up. Omar, whistle does not blow. Ball at the left side. With control of it now. Makes one hop. He finds back to Davis. 23 yards out now. He gets rattled on the ground. Johnson on the big ball deep as the whistle comes.
Support on the Corning striker, stepped in with his body, got all 1v1 defending.
Off possession, but a whistle blows again. We've seen a lot here with 28 minutes to play in the first half. No score board. Ball's at the as we finally resume. Ball takes one hop. A little too far out is Stagliano, but the ball goes over toward the track here from Joe Moresco Stadium, so really not too much to worry about. Institutions that were waiting for the longest time on the sidelines finally come in. Berland out. Max Gaeta out. And Selko Camo.
That last play, that free kick from Nick, just 60 yards out, ball played into the 18-yard box. Again, Danny Stagliano from Ithaca, super aggressive coming out. If he's not in, finds a Corning man unmarked at his 6-yard box. Let's see your goalkeeper.
As we have a stoppage in play here, Ithaca player. Also seeing Sean Newton, assistant coach for the Corning Hawks, out there on the field. Coley will come in for the first time tonight for the Corning Hawks. He's getting a breather. Tweak something.
That's the one. He's taking out his road. The 18-yard box. And we're walking. Good to get him out, let him clear his cobwebs, see what's going on with him, make sure nothing's wrong with him.
We've resumed. Equal 26 minutes to play in the first. Scoreless. Mason Wolf across. Can someone get their opportunity across, and Luke Sanan misses the header. It was a wide open net. He just been there to maybe tuck it in to make it a 1-0 lead. Instead, Pierre Clavel. Here's Jared Brooks sending a cross over to the far side. Amir Omar with it for the Little Red. Slowing down the tempo. 26 minutes to play first half. look to Pierre Clavel. Over to the far side it goes. And players take a tumble. Whistles blown.
At the possession, Mason Wolf comes off the bench, hits a 50. Here, Omar at the corner of the 18-yard box of the corner 18-yard. Defender plays a call. The ball. Luke's on. 6-yard box. That's a goal. A little too heavy of a cross. But again, evidence is aggressive. Good chance of the half.
Corning with all of it. Tristan Cornell Roberts sets the pace. He gets all alone. He had defenders in, but he had a chance to maybe break free with the talent that he has. And a little red instead. They'll have to set the ball up from about 4 with this free kick. It's Jared Brooks getting ready to kick this one. He sends it over to the right side. Across towards the inside of the. Roberts isn't there, but big shot taken and goes on through Pierre. 1 in 24 minutes to play for he's 1-0.
And Nick, I'm gonna keep. Season is done, Nick. I'm gonna keep talking about it. Kicks now. Midfielder finds Hospital trying to plays the ball into the top of the box. Tristan Cornell Roberts sit down, lays it back. Pierre Clavel comes in from a left midfield position, smashes it in. Great goal, great knocking around. Again, Ithaca's aggressive on the offensive end. 1 goal, 5 chances for the Little Red.
TCAT. Utilize TCAT to save your household up to $10,000 per year on transportation. About your trip by visiting tcatbus.com today. And Clavel, that one with that strike as he sends a cross deep over to the far side of the field to Amir Omar. Right foot cross finds Mason Wolf. Nobody really near him. Any what direction whoever. Omar with it once more. No defender. Stops. Look. It goes that way. A little chip cross now towards the box. Tristan Cornell Roberts in front of it. It takes a couple of bounces towards the back line. It goes for Ithaca. Over control. Zach Quistron over. No. Bonniwell ends up with it. Sends across to the back line. Cornell Roberts can't get ahead of the Corning Hawks do. They send it from left to right. Rano was going down the field, but now it's won back over by Will Strominger and the Ithaca Little Red. Ithaca has maintained possession for a bulk half. In front of the Corning bench, players battling for it. Near side, Luke Terwilliger, that's Connor Bonniwell for Ithaca going after it.
And they is Ithaca with Connor Bonniwell on the left and Will Strominger on the right as outside back, pushing forward, and they're pinning that 5-man midfield of the Corning Hawks, not even letting them get out. And it's the count. They're just leaving 2 guys back with their target, but they're taking their 2 outside guys. And the Corning Hawk midfield is basically pinned into the third, and it's the perfect counter from Coach Antoine's team. They're not a numerical advantage to happen on the offensive end by making those midfielders play a chess move.
22 minutes to play in the first half. 1-0 Ithaca on a score by Pierre Clavel. Tristan Cornell Roberts sets himself up. The ball is sky high. Sinan looks like he may have gotten a header on it, or maybe that Nazarchik. Tough to see from our perspective here in the press. Way the ball goes over the goal line, so late touched by Sinan. And for the kick here. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Phoenix Auto, where you'll find experience repair services at the Crossroads in Lansing. Fix it at Phoenix.
Excellent in White, Little Red. Excellent offensive energy. They've been solid in the back. Almost had to be big in his 18-yard box on a couple of occasions. He has, and again, excellent offensive aggression by the Little Red tonight.
Now Roberts, left side of the works it through 1 defender. Can he work it through a couple more? He's got a couple near him, and up by the Corning Hawks, right in front of their own bench. Coming up for the Little Red. Bonniwell getting set with the toss. Overhead he goes, it bounces in front of Mason Wolf, who corrals it in with a little quick touch. Bonniwell now right back to Mason Wolf. Cross all the way across the field. Big run for it is a little stronger. Luke Sinan battling for it against defenders. He was right there, giving Sinan a run for his money. Corning still looking for one good touch here and maybe an opportunity. Haven't found that many. The opening half. Tristan Cornell Roberts through trap. Sinan needs a touch. Great save by Eric Ekstrom, coming real out of goal, but he's slow to get up to his feet as he tried to corral that, tuck it in, hold on to it for dear life.
Nice piece of footwork by Mason Wolf in the middle. Found Tristan Roberts. Tristan Roberts by his man with some quick footwork, and again links up with his partner. Ball in to Luke Sinan. Luke, one-on-one battle with the keeper. Big third piece of good work by the sophomore keeper.
To come in for the first time tonight for the Corning Hawks. 20 minutes into the first half. 1-0 it. His way towards Ekstrom in goal. He picks it up through the air as it comes on a hop. And he'll get ready to send this one off on its way. It doesn't have much distance though. Still in the half for Ithaca. Now it goes to the back line of the Corning Hawks. Terwilliger players looking at it, then eventually going after it in front of the Corning bench. Tristan touches it, goes out of play, last off of him. Corning won't get the ball back. See that substitution. Huff will come in, first time tonight, and he takes over for Sars.
Corning's they're just not being able to go in the offensive end right now. They are just dealing with a wave of pressure, and they're just a dose of long balls and not getting a chance ball to their midfield, not getting a chance to use the width of the field, and right now they're just being of half.
Under 20 minutes to be exact in the first half. IHS leading across. Connor Bonniwell. It goes all the way towards midfield, very deep down there. Ithaca still with control over on the far side. The last time these coming away with a big 3-0 win at Memorial Stadium. But Ithaca scoring here. Senior night in the season finale. Our sideline Corning player takes a tumble as well. The Hawks will get possession back.
And Nick, going first matchup between these two. 20 minutes left in the game on the field. Coach Antoine start pulling starters in the first half. After minutes, all substitutes in the game. At the last minute of the first half, they gave up the third goal. It wasn't going to come back in last time these guys met.
Made its way towards Stagliano momentarily. Nothing really. Hawks getting the ball in their offensive third. It's deflected off the head. From about 10 yards out, loses it right at his feet. That was the first really good the Hawks could have had if Huff was able to beat defenders instead. Here near sideline, a little push from Tristan Cornell Roberts. Little Red, a throw-in coming up, or a free kick, I should say, coming up for Hawks, and it looks like it'll be Connor Nazar ready to boot this one out.
Good by the junior Huff to get a touch on the ball.
Nazarchik sends it. It's bending. It's headed out. Red long deep down the field for big run for it. He's taking a big dash, but coming out of goal is Eric Ekstrom to kick it out. It goes into the stands over on the far side of the field, but good sophomore keeper, not afraid to go up against Ithaca. Big-time goal scorer in Luke Sinan. He had a couple of scores yesterday against the Elmira Express. Ball takes a hop at battles against Luke Sinan. Ekstrom does, and he beats him to the
Nice flick on by Pierre Clavel, and it looks like what Ithaca's doing. Amir Omar on the right, Clavel on the left, and three central midfield are dropping inside. They're basically leaving one channel open. Midfielder, whatever side the ball is on, that strong side into the middle to be another option to bring extra numbers in.
Whistle blows. Corning's going to get control over more. 16 minutes and 12 minutes to play. In 1-0 Ithaca. Tonight's company, certified public accountants and business consultants at Sharabawa Professionals. For Corning, off touch. Let's see who ends up with it. Quist was right there at the over to the far side of the field it goes. Mason Wolf with a little red right to left. A big ball down the field for Roberts. Heads it himself. Great save by Extra. The rebound though from E. Another great save. The sophomore keeper playing like.
He has to, because Ithaca's up 2-3-0 right now. Again, Ithaca is taking their short combination play, Nick. These long balls over the top. And tonight, those long balls are effective. Off his line, make some saves. Excellent ball to Cornell Roberts. Right onto the end of it and force the keeper into a save.
Ball up top to Luke Sinan. Uses his head to place it down. Last, that one hits the uprights on the football goalpost. Or not. Did that goalpost?
It tinged.
The question is, did it go through for 3 points?
I don't think so. He gets nothing. Nick, very impressed with the WRED tonight. We were hard on him last night, man. We were hard out there, been floating around playing 70%.
You were hard on him.
I was hard on him.
Color guy. You're the
I was hard on it. I was wondering if we were this type of performance guys tonight. And like I said, very impressed with energy, very impressed with their aggression, going long when it's on, playing short when it's
1-0 Ithaca lead with 4 minutes to play in the first half. How to play far sideline. Last touch by the little. The Hawks will get it back. Looking for some sort of momentum. Defensively speaking, Ekstrom has played lights out so far in goal for Hawks. Ball right at midfield. Mason Wolf practically hurdles over with a little quick step. Ball over the field. Cross towards the 18. Nothing much of it. Mason Wolf nearly takes a fall. A battle for it here towards the near sideline. Great effort by Connor Bond. Play, avoiding a tackle. Near sideline in front of the right. Corning. It's Zach Quist, the senior, looking for a little bit of help. It went off the body of with a little up top. Tristan Cornell Roberts pushed to try and get Ace on the ball, and the calling for it. Cornell Roberts kind of wondered why that was called on him.
Two hands pushed out in front of him. Just goes with his body. That maybe is not a call, but once those hands come out and extend away from your body, easy for a referee catching up with the play to follow. The little Reds front runner, Cornell Roberts, they're a load of trouble for Corning's back line right now. And again, up a goal, it's a little risky, playing balls over top, letting those get on to them. And Ithaca's horses are winning this game.
12 minutes to play in the Ithaca. At the outside left part of the circle. Right near the 18, losing control of it. The Hawks, sky high. Franco Suma looking towards the near sideline, but it's one. Right now it takes a couple of counter Bonniewell shut, or excuse me, out of play.
Last 5 minutes, it's been an exclusive get to the 18-yard box. Like to see the little Red now play a bit more from Corning's midfield up. Again, look to get those combinations. There's been a steady dose of long last few possessions down the field. Like to see that again, switch up the rhythm of the game. ball is going to be on in the second half. Looking from where we're sitting, Luke Sinan is faster than the Corning back line. Will they be able to take advantage of it? Field, but again, switching the rhythm up.
We might see a card on Steve Mastronardi, the head coach for the. How about that? Isaac Davis took a hit. Mastronardi pretty disappointed right now, too. 11 seconds are on the clock in the first half of play. Little Red lead. And just like that, the got to restart, and the Little Red wins it back over. Mace defenders. Great item. He gets it back after a quick touch. Now over to the near side at Fall. With two defenders to his right and now near a side. They're battling for the ball, and Clavel trying to screen them off like a basketball player. Try to get a rebound, if you will. Picture it like that. So both blows. Clavel will get ready for the throw-in.
Excellent.
Or for the K.
Pierre right there dealing with fielders. And you know what we're seeing tonight, Nick? We're seeing Ithaca best. The passing, dribbling, got their technique game flowing right now.
Clavel with the free kick. That one, nothing of it, though. 10 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first half. 1-0 Ithaca. Eric Ekstrom boots this one away on the goal kick. Amir Omar trying to win it back over for the Little Red. Whistle. And he was right next to that sideline, so he did on that far side of the field. Throwing coming up for the Hawks. Once again, intercepted by Amir Omar. And not before. It's one back over the Corning Hawks around the field, trying to get something going. Here's Isaac Davis through traffic. Ball sky high. Quist, control of it. Back and forth, 50-50 with a cross downfield for Luke Sinan. Weaves through one defender, looks to the left side to find Brooks. 28 himself to Tristan Cornell Roberts inside the 18 left angle. This is the shot. Is that one just a little bit over the top crossbar? Missed it by about 3.
Push by the Little Red. Tristan takes that across the goalkeeper's face. Smash. That's 2-0 for the Little Red. Instead went for power, overtake, stuck it through the crossbars. Again, we'll see if Ithaca can convert on some of these. Again, this 6th, 7th time they've been inside of 10 yards. Could be a 2 or 3-0 game for the Little Red.
9 minutes to play. 1-0 Ithaca. Cornell Roberts with it. Off. Right foot cross to Tristan Cornell Roberts. Defenders flank. Two of them converge on it at the left side of the 18. Now the top of the 18, looking for a little bit of help from Jared Brooks. Brooks trying to help him, but not there. A couple of touches now stolen away by Grant Huff. He gets it stolen from behind, but the ball goes out of play near sideline. Huff will get ready for toss and immediately resuming action. Zach basically falling on top of the ball. Tough break for him. Mace now for the Little Red. Wolf through defenders, stifled by now headed by Pierre Clavel towards the offensive third. Sinan, as Ekstrom came way too far on a goal, and an easy tuck-in for his first score of the night gives Ithaca a 2-0 lead. Minutes to play in the first half.
And that's a goal created by slides out from his center midfield position out here in the left flank. Midfielder bodies him up, pulls him off, plays the ball in over the top. He's running on the back end of that confrontation with the goalkeeper. Is Ekstrom getting tired? That's the 4th time he's had to get down on his hands. Loosen on, gets his own rebound, tucks it away. Corning Hawks are going to have to come with a solution. But right now, the tactics by the Little Red, pinching their outs in, clogging the middle of the field, is taking away three-man central midfield by the Corning Hawks. And again, it's Ithaca's aggression, offensively aggressive, that has them up 2-0 right now.
Ball at the far side of the field. It goes out of play. Ithaca with 2-0 Little Red. More than 7 minutes to play in the first half. Scores from Pierre Clavel and Luke Sinan. Ball here near side in Ithaca's half. The Hawks trying to do whatever to get some offense going here, but they just keep on losing control of it. Mentioned earlier, this is a Hawks team that blanked Ithaca earlier in the season, 3-0. Here on with it. Over to the far side he goes to Amir. Goes with a cross into the 18, scooped up by Eric Ekstrom.
It's a ball Amir's cutting in, like I said, from that right side, outside of his right foot. Bend on that ball to find Tristan Cornell Roberts cutting in from the left, just a little too direct. And he was looking for to bend it into his path.
Over 6 minutes to play now in the first half. Nothing Ithaca. Ball left side of the circle, trickles out. I'm trying to make a run for it for the IHS. It's kicked out off the wrist. Quits right side of the circle, now lost by Ithaca. From right to left, Tristan Cornell Rob against Ekstrom, but the ball trickling to the left side of the field is going to be tough for him to get anything. Stifling him by the Hawks, and the ball goes over the sideline. I don't think it grazed the goal line, so yeah, we're going to see a throw in here. It's to play in the first half.
Coach Mastronardi is going to have to do a fantastic coaching job at halftime, because right now 6 minutes left in the second half. They have no answers right now. No answers for the Ithaca aggression. They're having a hard time getting out of. Once they get out of the defensive third, hard time getting out of their half. Tactical switch by the Little Red. We're not seeing Pierre Clavel sitting out wide on the touchline where he's usually playing. He's taking it upon himself and again adding essentially the third central midfielder. And is clogging up everything that Corning wants to do.
With control, Franco Suma, 15-20 yards sideline, pushed from the side, but on the blown whistle, goes out of play. Last touch by a throw-in coming out for Ithaca Little Red, sporting a 2-0 lead on the throw. Heads it a couple of times and is able to work through a couple defenders. Here's Tristan Cornell. Brooks coming into the picture, making a dash for it. The ball deflected out, comes out of play here. Throw-in coming up for the Little Red deep in their offensive third. Connor Bodywell, one of the senior co-captains on this team, getting set for the toss. About 20 yards behind Sinan. It's deflected out of the 18. The Corning defense doing their job. Ball closer now into their half. Tripped up from behind as Isaac pushed by Mason Wolf. I think both of them may have lost their footing, but Wolf extended his arm to bring down Davis.
Biggest thing about that play, Corning gets a break. Only the guy on the ball is sprinting. 6 guys at jog at the best. It's like Corning's heart has been taken. Strong athletic team, they're not even right now. That back, like they're just getting ready to get ran at again.
Here on the free kick, 10 yards out, it's headed out by IHS. Sky high now. Coley, and now from right to left, Ithaca boots it on out. Towards the back line it goes. And the ball's going to make all the way back, to Ekstrom, who kicks it deep down the field. Winning back over control. To the far side, outside right part of the circle. Looking for Amir Omar, nearly gets stolen away. A quick push from the side. And the Hawks will get the ball back coming with seconds to play in the first half. 2-0 Ithaca lead. On the free kick, a little roller towards Isaac Davis. He takes it over to the outside part of the circle. Stolen away. Mason Wolf slowing down the tempo, using some vision to figure it to. He goes to Jared Brooks, now over to the far side of the field to Amir Omar. To Brooks. about 30 yards out or so, loses it from the side. Defender and Isaac Davis, and now one back over by the Little Red. Play as Davis comes into the picture again with another interception. Near side, he gets a Quist with 3 defenders near him, going up top, and he finds a driving stop made by Danny Stagliano. Best breakaway opportunity for the Corning Hawks.
And that's the first play Danny since the collision with the Corning kid in the first 10 minutes of the game. Corning getting attack with a little bit of speed. Danny Stagliano manning up his 18-yard save to keep the 2-0, less than 2 minutes to go in half.
And that was Gosuma with the shot from the right corner. The Hawks get corner of the match. Was loose on the ground. Inside the Corning player takes a fall. No whistle blows. The Hawk fans want something. Ithaca with control. Pierre Clavel. No defenders near. Looking for Tristan Cornell Roberts. Way weak of a pass as it's deflected. The Ithaca bench. Little Red getting set for the play in the first half. Still a 2-0 score. The Little Red leading this one. Far side of the field, Will Strominger. Luke Sinan. Find Amir Omar off of his back over to Strominger. Now with it for the Little Red is Pierre Clavel. Side, he finds Connor Bonnywell to Tristan Roberts. Fancy footwork to work past the defender. Left foot cross. So they stop.
Great, good inside out, step over, cross, left a little bit, but again, junior or a sophomore work, and again, pinning Corning in to their defensive third and making those guys that have to attack 90 yards just to get a chance on goal on the other end.
Minute to play in the first half. IA lead. 45 seconds remaining. And Gosuma with a cross. Quist. 18. Quist back over to Suma. Suma with the defender in front of him. The little chip shot over towards Danny Stagliano. Camps underneath. If you're a baseball fan, makes the stop. 25 seconds to play. Down the field off the chest of Pierre Clavel. He takes one off the body. Makes going to run for it here. Through one defender. Can he get through another one? No, he making its way towards Jared Brooks. It goes out of play near sideline. 10 seconds. As the Little Red will get ready for the throw-in, but will they even bother with this? Really around out on the field with 2 seconds. Yeah, they're just going to let the clock. 0. That'll do it for the first half of play. 2-0. Ithaca leads Corning. Regular season finale. Again, the winner of this one will move on to the semifinals. The Little Red sporting a 2-0 lead. The first half, Little Red will start with the ball for the second half. IHS in their all whites tonight. White jerseys, white shorts, maroon letters and numbers. Ithaca written across the front of the chest. Underway here in the regular season finale. Ball to the back line of IHS. Johnson on with a left foot cross. Hits the left half of the circle, but it's deflected. Players battling for it. Mason Wolf looking for Luke Sinan. Able to find him with a player flanked to his left. Luke Sinan with a cross. It's deflected off of the feet of Connor Nazarchik, Goes over the goal line. Corner kick coming up for the Little Red. Their second of the evening. Early in this half, 40 seconds in.
Positive start. Corner kick first 30 seconds. Good coming out of halftime.
Ready to boot this one from the right corner arc. Tristan Cornell Roberts, tough angle. Can't get anything going. Mason Wolf puts one up. Spencer Coley with a header. Back and forth, 50-50 touches the ball. So in the offensive third of the Little Red. Now it's out by the Corning Hawks. Franco Suma taking the ball 10 yards, now 20 yards himself down the far sideline. He's maintaining control. A whistle blows as Suma goes flying over to the far side, almost nearly on the track on the far side of that field. He'll get ready to kick this one in. Two-0 score. Pierre Clavel Getting on the scoreboard first for the Little Red is a free kick headed out by IHS. Luke Sinan with the second score for IHS. Ball at top of the 18 over to the far side. It's making its way. Zach Quist battling for the Hawks. He's not able to get to it. He was right there and was trying to get something going for the Hawks. Nothing there, though. This is a Corning team that's basically desperate for offense here. A big boot as Stagliano dives to his left, makes the stop. A big kick by Zach Corning.
And as you mentioned, Danny Stagliano's name, we talked last night that Danny's been, basically been platooning with Kieran Sandiford. I'm not going to say Ithaca's backup keeper because 2 weeks ago, Kieran Sandiford was a starter. Danny was coming in the second half. But right now, Coach Antoine has said, I'm sticking with the starters, sticking with my starting goalkeeper, and just let you know the importance of the game and sticking with what works. It certainly wasn't broke in the first half, staying with the same unit that's been on the field since the 10-minute mark.
Ball at midfield. Franco Suma trying to work it to the offensive third with a big cross, and he does. Corning outside edge of the 18. Quist with it now. Sinan on him. Here's Suma with a strike. That one just misses the goal mouth. Stagliano diving to his right, but it doesn't really matter anyway, as that one misses by only about 2 feet or so.
And we're seeing Corning now. There's not that, in the first 4 minutes, it's not that aggression, that ball-hawking defense we saw in the first half through Ithaca's midfield. And they produced two good chances, as many chances in the first 3.5 minutes of this half as they had all the first half.
Well, made its way to the back line as Jean Sinan kicks it deep down the field for IHS, sporting a 2-0 lead over the Corning Hawks. Cameron Matarco, who was out of the game, remember he got roughed up a little bit in that first half. He's back in there to start the second half. Ball sky high. Looks like the Hawks are going to end up with it. It makes its way near sideline, out of play. Last touch by the Hawks. Ithaca will get set for the throw-in.
Still got to be conscious, even though the guys, most of the starters were sitting on the bench with 30 minutes to go in last night's game. Little Red out coming off of playing less than 24 hours ago. We'll see if fatigue sets in, but again, Coach Gilbert, he has a deep bench. Will he get into it to maintain some freshness? Because the Little Red worked awfully hard that first half.
Jared Brooks making a run for it. Mason Wolf getting the ball stolen right in front of him. Franco Suma with it. A big cross deep down the field to Quist, coming out in very front in goal is Stagliano right at the edge of the 18, scooping the ball out of play. Now the ball back in the offensive third for Corning. Quist making a run for it. Suma with it one more time. Isaac Davis pushed from the side. Quist inside the 18, and Stagliano scoops it on up. No real play developing, but he'll get ready to launch this one. 34 minutes to play in tonight's match. 2-0. Get to it in time. And it goes off Mason Wolf near sideline right in front of his own bench. So the Hawks with the restart. Isaac Davis taking a player down, and he took down Jared Brooks, the official giving Davis the call, and the Corning fans below us not liking the call. And quick on the restart, the ball goes on to play here near sideline. Last touch by Corning, so IHS will get it deep. And it's offensive third. Almadin Hassani back in for the first time tonight. He started this match, took a breather, and now he's back in for Mason Wolf.
And Nick, you asked at halftime what Coach Masternati would be asking his team for. I think we're seeing much more aggressive, much more confident side. And Nick, if they didn't come out this way, I mean, again, this game was going to be over. Corning's come out with some renewed fire like they were in the first 5-10 minutes, and they're coming out like a team that's playing for a playoff berth. A lot of time left. You're only down 2-0. Next goal, very important. Can they get one to get this game back into balance?
Players fighting for it at the near corner arc, Goes out of play. Another throw coming up for IHS deep in their offensive third. Brooks with a header. Sinan trying to get something going. Looks like a handball called against IHS. So the Hawks will now get it. 33 minutes to play in tonight's match. 2-0. Little Red lead. On the restart, ball goes off the chest of Amir Omar. Sets himself up. Works through one defender. A quick little push. Omar is going to be... that's going to go against the Corning Hawks. That's Cameron Vitarco, the sophomore. Free kick here. Will Strominger sends it off. It goes off the chest of the Hawks defender. They try to go quick down the field. Sinan is making a dash for it on the back line for the Little Red. They were looking for Zach Quist. Nothing there. Ball goes out of play near sideline. Clock continues to roll. 32 minutes to play in tonight's match.
I think it's very important to realize that the onus right now, it is on the Hawks. Ithaca doesn't necessarily need another goal. Another goal would make the lead that much more and make the task that much more daunting. But Ithaca can right now, they can play a game of being don't break, knock the ball around, move it, make Corning chase, use Corning's aggression against them, but at the same time not falling asleep on the attack.
Here's Amir Omar. He finds Brooks 27 yards out. Now kick deflected. Lands at the feet of Luke Sinan. Luke Sinan looked like he may have got a hand on it. Corning looking for the handball. Nothing called. Sinan losing it from behind. It goes out of play near sideline. The Hawks the last to touch it. Ithaca getting set for the throw in 2-0. They have the advantage as we played almost 10 minutes here in the second half. Ball inside the 18. Kicked out by the Hawks defense. Pierre Clavel trying to keep it back in the offensive 30. Does just that. Amir Omar with it now. Two defenders near him. He's able to maybe work through them, and the player's getting tripped up. A whistle blows. And possession is going to go back to the Hawks.
I think it may have weathered that first 4 minutes. Just what they needed, because Corning definitely came out. 2 shots, 2 good shot opportunities first 3 minutes, but now approaching the 10-minute mark gone. Looks like Ithaca's at least got the game back in a back and forth fashion and not pinned in as much as they were in the first 2 minutes of the half.
Ball headed off of Brian Austin. Trying to work it from right to left. Instead it goes out of play. Throwing coming up for the Ithaca Little Red. Right in front of the Hawks bench. Raises just a piece of Jared Brooks. The Hawks able to win it over now before it ends up at the back line of IHS. With it now is Pierre Clavel. Clavel, 40 yards out. Sends across to Elmadin Hassani. Looks to the left side. Here's an opportunity. Tucks it in. Ithaca up 3-0 now with 30 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. And I believe that was Jared Brooks tacking on the third score of the night.
Pierre Clavel, again tucked in from that left midfield position, playing like an inside midfielder. Sees Elmadin Hassani on his left, feeds him. Jared Brooks flying in from his central midfield position and made a little overlapping run with Pierre creeping on the outside post from the left. Goalkeeper comes out. Jared Brooks tucks it far post across his face. That's the all-important third goal. We talked in the Trumansburg-Lansing game, climbing a mountain on some roller skates. Freeze the mountain. Pour some chicken grease on it. That's what Corning's looking at right now. An almost impossible task based on what we've seen tonight.
You've added a new element there with the chicken grease.
Come on, dog, chicken grease.
Even more impossible now, I feel like. Whistle blows. Foul's going to go against IHS. 29 minutes to play in tonight's match. 3-0. Ithaca leads scores from Pierre Clavel, Luke Sinan, and Jared Brooks. They've scored, or they should say they've spread the scoring here in tonight's match. Franco Suma with the big restart. The ball's deflected. It goes over the goal. Corning has had some rare chances, and the ones that they have had have just missed.
Just can't speak enough about Ithaca and that inside-out game. Playing strong through the central midfield, getting balls out into channels, and taking their opportunities from there, whether they're shots coming in and rebounds coming off, running onto those. You know, shots coming in from the outside, crosses coming in from the outside. They're mixing that game up, and again, Corning's five-man midfield has been nullified by the narrow play of Ithaca's midfield, and it's allowed outside runs to come, and that's where they've had their positive play from.
Zach Quist with it. Not before a big boot taken by Tarko, and but accounted for 3 in football. Nothing here in soccer. 28 minutes to play in tonight's match. 3-0. Ithaca, corner kick coming up for the Hawks. Their second of the night. Teams even at 2 corners apiece. The first 50-plus minutes of action from the near corner arc. The Hawks send it off, headed out by IHS, still close to the 18. Let's see if Ithaca can get the clear. And it looks like they will, easily. Ball towards midfield. It takes a couple of bounces. Jared Brooks, near sideline to Amir Omar. 20-yard dash. Outside edge of the 18, deflected off a Hawk player. Right back to Amir Omar. It goes out of play here near sideline, but Tarko just kicking it out.
Just looking at the body language of Corning, even in that transition defense getting back, not seeing a lot of sprinting going on. The defenders are having to sprint to get the goal covered, but that energy in the midfield lacking from the Hawks. And if Ithaca pushes, physically pushes for another goal and gets one, they book their chance, and they will play for a spot in the stack finals on Thursday against Johnson City.
WRED sporting a 3-0 lead. Zach Quist with it now. A little give to Isaac Davis. An Ithaca defender stepping in front to steal the ball away. That was Will Strominger. Here's Jared Brooks with a cross to Tristan Cornell Roberts. Too much on it. It's deflected out by a Hawks defender. Outside right of the circle, Franco Suma now losing control of it. The Ithaca Little Red get it back. Cross to Amir Omar through one defender. Here's Luke Sanan with the defenders near him. Sanan able to beat them both with a left foot cross. That one strikes on in through, makes it a 4-0 lead. Luke Sanan with his second score of the night. The Little Red lead this one with 26:36 to play.
Stand with the broken record. Center midfield, Jared Brooks plays the ball outside to Amir Omar. Amir Omar gets by his first man. Strong run by Luke Sanan. Uses his power, uses his strength. Calms himself, tucks it away with his weaker left foot. Again, across the goalkeeper's face, rolls it into the corner. Corning's just met tonight a better, hungrier, sounder team. Coach Antoine got the tactics right. The boys got the mental part right. Strong showing going into the stack playoffs, strong showing going into sectionals. Again, 2 AA teams here very well could meet as a sectional final. Ithaca laying down the gauntlet, proving that one game doesn't make a season. And again, in the biggest game of the season for them, coming up, Aces.
26 minutes to play, 4-0. Ithaca leads Corning. The Hawks in their offensive third. Grant Huff trying to get it closer towards goal. It's going to trickle out of play near sideline right in front of the Hawks bench. Corning gets set for the throw-in. Brian Austin sends this one in. Quick touches by the Hawks to try and keep it in their offensive third. Jacob Grano losing control of it. Luke Sanan with it. Thinks about heading it. Instead, lets it drop off his chest. Near sideline. He keeps the ball in play. Now he kind of pulls up a little bit as the ball goes out of play. Oh, in the lower part of his back. Salco Camel will get ready to come in momentarily for IHS. Zach Quist. A nice little give to Isaac Davis. Back over to Quist. Ball rolls to Stagliano in goal. Picks it up from 8 yards out.
Excellent command of his box all night. Again, it's only been called into play a couple times. Whenever the ball is approached, the Ithaca goal, Danny Stagliano, Johnny on the spot, preserving the shutout right now. Again, strong performance from the senior keeper who's been, again, splitting time with Kieran Sandiford, earning his keep tonight. Quite possibly last home game, doing his business.
24 minutes to play in tonight's match. 4-0 Ithaca lead. Franco Suma with it. 20, 30 yards down the field himself. Fancy footwork to work through defenders. Needs some help, though, as the ball trickles towards Stagliano in goal. And it goes over towards the near corner arc, as we'll see a corner kick coming up for the Hawks. They now have the advantage in corners 3-2 with 24 minutes to play. 4-0 Ithaca from the near corner arc. The Hawks send this one off. Way too much on it. It's headed out by Ithaca. Cleared over to the far side. Look out. I think that was Jean Sinan.
Flying out.
Flying out, going out of the track, almost taking out the ball boy over on the far side of the field. Corning throw-in. And the Hawks lose it. Ithaca with it. It's Sinan. Pass midfield. Looks to the right side of Tristan Cornell Roberts. Cornell Roberts, defender flank to his left. Beats him. Beats another one. Coming out of goal deep is Ekstrom. And fancy footwork. And just like that, Tristan Cornell Roberts with his first score of the game. 23 minutes to play. And it's now a commanding 5-0 lead for the Little Red.
Dancing on it. It's pure filth. That was dirty. That was some dirty, dirty individual footwork by Tristan Cornell Roberts. Looking like Lionel Messi. Cutting in from the right side, dancing across the top of the 18-yard box with his left foot. Fake here, fake there, fake, fake, fake. Gets the goalkeeper to hit the ground, dips around him, smashes it in. Ithaca looking as good as they've looked all season. Definitely looking as good as they've looked in the last couple years. Again, Nick, we talked last night. As technical as any team that's been gracing this field over the last decade. Can they keep this going into the postseason? They look really, really dangerous right now. And again, Tristan Roberts, great footwork, great technique. Amir Omar dancing out of the midfield with it. Found him on his left. Found him on his right. And just excellent, excellent piece of skill. Excellent footwork. Fantastic finish.
Pierre Clavel beating one defender, beating a couple more inside the 18. Ball is kicked out by the Hawks. Over to the far side it goes, out of play. 22 minutes to play in tonight's match. 5-0 Ithaca leads.
And these are the chances that they didn't get in the first half. And again, you look at the shot opportunities they've had. These guys, I mean, if it ain't for that goalkeeper in the first half, we could be looking at double figures right now. And again, we're talking about a Corning Hawks team that's a really good team. That were coming in and beat Ithaca 3-0 at home. Has a win over Vestal. Will contest for the AA sectional title. But right now, again, overmatched, being out-athleted, out-techniqued, out-tacticked, out-everything.
Ball goes out of play near sideline. Ithaca try to work it nicely in their offensive third. On the throw-in, Tristan Cornell Roberts with it now. Almadin Asani through defenders. Outside right of the 18. Ball dribbles out of play here near sideline. Last touch by the Hawks. Asani will get ready for the throw-in. Finds Brooks. Cornell Roberts is there now. Working through one defender. You can hear the crowd reaction, loving the footwork as Brooks takes a chip. Goes over the end line. Over on the far side now. Clock continues to roll. 21 minutes to play.
Going in.
Nick, we were sitting there last week watching and calling the Lansing Trumansburg game. And we talked about Lansing swag in the warm-up. This is swag times 4 or 5. We're watching these kids on Ithaca right now about to start getting it warmed up. You're about to start seeing the tricks coming with the individual dribbles. They're playing loose right now, playing like a team that has taken Corning and wiped the field with them. And for the next 20 minutes or so, probably really about to see Ithaca get warmed up and get their footwork going and start really, really flowing with their individual skill.
Yellow card for Salco Camo. He is fired up. Not quite sure what happened. He was watching the ball. It was certainly off ball, if you will. And now he's talking with head coach Joe Barre-Antoine. So not quite sure what the yellow card is about exactly as Brian Austin comes out. So I think they both may have received yellow cards. How about that? Brian Austin with the yellow card for Corning and Sanko Camo with a yellow card for Ithaca.
If every soccer team in America has a hard man, that's Ithaca's hard man. Big kid, good technique, has a tendency to get riled and fired up. We just saw it. Now he has to sit on the bench for it. Be interesting if Coach Antoine puts him back in the game. Had good looks in the first half. Started senior Camo. And again, you got to be able to keep your head, keep your composure to be able to stay in the game, to be effective.
Ball goes out of play here near sideline. I can hear Gilbert Antoine saying to Almadin Hassani, don't talk to the ref, as Hassani went flying and he was called with the push.
Playing the team in black, don't want to play the team in orange. Guys holding the whistles, holding the cards, got to leave those guys alone at all times.
Cameron Matarco sends a free kick booting deep down the field. Stagliano picks it up in the air. 20 minutes to play in tonight's match. 5-0 Ithaca over the Corning Hawks. Franco Suma sends one over to the far side. It goes out of play. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by CSP Management, real estate management development, where community matters. Substitution coming in momentarily. Julio Caceres coming in for the Hawks. Remember, he started this match for Corning. Ball by Mason Wolf. Hurdles at a tackle and loses the ball in the process. Over to the far side to midfield. Isaac Davis making a run for it. It goes towards the back line. Jean Sinan corrals it on in. And now it goes over to the far side. Chest. And now Jared Brooks with it. Slowing down the tempo. Towards his near side he looks. Finds Strominger to Mason Wolf right at midfield. Past defenders, Amir Omar. Back over to Mason Wolf up top to Tristan Cornell Roberts. Stops the ball but loses it in the process. Mason Wolf, though, able to help him out. The ball goes spinning. Ekstrom plays it tough. Goes off his fingertips a couple times. He's down. Here's a shot, and that one finds the right corner. It's Almadin Hassani giving Ithaca a 6-0 lead with 18 minutes to play.
Nice piece of build-up, play out of the back, swinging it around. They were able to find, Mason Wolf, able to find Tristan Cornell Roberts down the wing. Missed touch. Ball finds itself back to Mason Wolf. One time, speculative ball, bent from the right side into the box. Almadin Hassani, the senior, just completes the run. Let me jump, contest with the goalkeeper. Gets a head on it. Keeper hits the ground, spins out, takes a poke. And again, Ithaca's being rewarded for its physical work, for their desire to want to get on the end of plays, keep the play alive, and they're being rewarded from it. And right now, again, Corning's heart has been taken from them. And there's nothing they can do about it right now except try to find some pride in the finish. Sectionals are still coming, but right now, Ithaca's just playing with a boatload of confidence, and they're having a hard time being stopped.
Fans looking for a call as Amir Omar was tripped up midair. Nothing there, as though Mason Wolf taking a player from behind. Really, the player getting tripped up on his own feet. It was Isaac Davis, and he's looking for a handball now. Nothing called. Ball out of play here near sideline. Ithaca throwing to resume off the chest of Hassani with a big right strike over to the far side. The ball starts trickling. It goes over the goal line. And as Ekstrom lets it go, 17 minutes to play in tonight's match. It's a 6-0 lead for Ithaca, and as you mentioned, you could just tell by the body language for Corning. They certainly looked like they were deflated, but now even more so as Jacob Grano will come back in for the Hawks. He'll take over for Spencer Coley, and let's not forget the Hawks still have a little bit of play left. Yeah, they might not be playing in the Stack tournament or the semifinals on Thursday with a chance to play in its second straight Stack championship, but they got sectionals right around the corner. Sectional meeting was today. Sectional meeting is tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. And then the coaches will find out who's playing who on Thursday, and we'll all find out by Friday what matchups to expect in the Section 4 tournament.
Ithaca's inflicting psychological damage. This is some Sun Tzu Art of War type beating right now. How does Corning respond to this if these two teams do meet in the sectionals? Because this is a smash. This is, again, we have the ideas. We sorted you out. Your five-man midfield, nothing. We'll pinch our outside mids in, clog the field, make you play over the top, challenge your one target man. And when we win it, we're coming at you. Speed, power, technique, all of that has been on display. I don't know how Corning responds to this, because we're going to see the same kids. What is their coach going to tell them to be able to stop this onslaught? Because it's going to come again if these two teams do meet in the sectional playoffs.
The Hawks with control. It's Trevor Coley with it for Corning. 16 minutes to play in tonight's match. Ball stolen away by Ithaca. Amir Omar ends up with it at midfield with a right foot cross to Jared Brooks. Misplays it right behind him. It goes. The junior not able to keep up. It was last touched by Amir Omar on that pass. So the Hawks with the throw in. Franco Suma looking at Isaac Davis, right circle with a right foot cross. He finds Julio Caceres, making a run for it on the left side, or the right side, with Connor Bonniwell flanked to his left. And now Jean Sinan scoops it on up, takes the ball 20-plus yards down the field himself. Hassani looking for Amir Omar. And Omar just letting that one fly on by towards the bench of the Ithaca Little Red. Substitutions coming in. Salco Camel will come in momentarily, as will Ben Vanderland for IHS. 15 minutes to play, 6-0 Ithaca.
I think Ithaca replaces Corning in the rankings next Monday.
That's right, Corning coming into this one. The latest state sports writers rankings released early this morning. The Hawks are number 20 in Class AA. Ithaca is out of the rankings after being in the top 20 for basically all season. If I'm not mistaken, they were in there all season.
17, 18, 19 at various points.
No substitutions for Ithaca happening now. Hammy Alport and Abedin Hassani both coming out for IHS. And Luke Sinan is also out for the Little Red. Nicholas Cancalosi Dean in for the first time this evening.
Another senior. Been a boatload of seniors on the field tonight.
Yeah. Amir Omar battling for it with a right foot cross deflected off the foot of Connor Nazarchik. Corning with it. Right circle, Franco Suma over to the far side, finding Caceres. Still at the right circle. Cross to Isaac Davis, just lets it on go by. Trevor Coley with it now. He loses it. IHS maintains control. Mason Wolf with a couple deflections. Amir Omar with a cross, looking for Tristan Cornell Roberts. It's headed by a Corning defender. Ekstrom coming really far out of goal, and he makes the diving stop right at the line of the 18.
He don't dive. Tristan Cornell walks in with his second goal of the game to make this a 7-0 game. Again, Ekstrom, best player on the field by far for Corning, and he's been the key to have to pick the ball out of the net 6 times.
Ball being dribbled on the far side by Max Gaeta for IHS. Near sideline it comes. With it now is Max Gaeta. 18. Ball making its way towards the offense, or inside the 18, excuse me. Salco Camo looking to maybe do some magic with it. Instead, the ball trickles over to the far side, out of play.
And they're not sitting on the lead. As far as the Little Red concerned, they'll throw 7, 8, 9 up. They're not knocking the ball around. They're out for the jugular. And like I said, Nick, they're looking to smack Corning for the next 2 weeks. They're looking to put a beating on them that Corning can't psychologically recover from. And it's exactly the attitude they're playing with. Again, they're not content to sit up 6. They're looking for 7, looking for 8, looking for 9.
Ball out of play here near sideline. Corning getting set for the throw, and tonight's broadcast brought to you by Specialty Trophies and Awards for custom engraved trophies, medals, and plaques for your sports team or organization. Mason Wolf with it now for the Little Red. Quick touches. Amir Omar getting a foot on there as well as it goes out of play near sideline, near the Ithaca bench. Last touch by the Hawks. Wolf getting set for the throw, and some Ithaca players getting some warm-ups, some stretches in. Looks like we'll probably see a handful of substitutions in momentarily in the next couple of minutes for both teams. Ball sky high off the head of a Corning defender and Trevor Coley. Still in play in the offensive third for Ithaca. Kicked out of the 18 by the back line of Corning. Zach Quist through one defender. He's got to try and beat Sanan now. About 50 yards out. Quick touch here. Isaac Davis with it. Slowing down the tempo. Footwork. Looks to the left side. Franco Suma making a run for it with a defender flanked to his right, and he takes a tough angled shot. It looked like it grazed off the plant a little bit. Danny Stagliano also touching that ball too. It goes over the end line. Corner kick coming up. The fourth corner of the evening for the Corning Hawks, excuse me. They have the advantage in corners, 4-2. 10 minutes to play in tonight's match. 6-0 Ithaca leads.
Small detail. Corning get their best break in the last 20 minutes, but Ithaca has 8 guys back before Corning can get 6 guys up in the attack.
And on the corner, the save made by Danny Stagliano. From the near corner arc. A big boot. It was bending just enough, but Stagliano playing it nicely. Through ball up top to Tristan Cornell Roberts off his back. Offside's called, though, against the Little Red. So Corning quick to resume. A big ball deep down the field looking for Zach Quist, but the senior's not there. It makes its way to the back line, and Stagliano lets it hit his feet. Slows things down. Going up against Zach Quist, and Stagliano eventually just picks it on up and gets ready to boot this one down.
Gave him a little alley shuffle. You see that? You see the little feet? He hit him with a 2-step.
Ball out of play here near sideline. Last touch by IHS. We'll start seeing a handful of subs. Alex Patz, Pio Tet, Jay Reynolds, Andrew Araneo, Eric Denbo, Gabe Miller, Karen Sandiford in goal. All of those players coming in for Gilbert Antoine's Little Red team.
7 juniors. The next wave. And again, these are the guys that we saw last night get 20 minutes of run time against Elmira.
Here's a ball to Thomas Hagrafi. Not able to get much there as the ball goes to Stagliano. Stagliano scoops it on up quickly. Some words looked like they were being exchanged by Stagliano and the Corning player making a run for that ball. Trying to see from this angle up here in the press box who that was as the whistle blows. Ithaca will get the ball back here on a free kick.
I think that was, who's that? Thomas Hogreef.
Yeah.
Coming running out. Senior backup goalie forward. Taking a slide, coming in a tad bit late. Stagliano with something to say about it.
Cross to the 18. Camo has a chance, but coming out of goal right at about 9 yards out. Diving to make the stop, Eric Ekstrom. 8 minutes to play in tonight's match, 6-0 Ithaca.
We've said Ekstrom's name coming out to make saves as many times as we said Ithaca scores.
Yeah. Ball at the right circle. Isaac Davis with a cross looking for Quist. Players getting tangled up and tied up right at midfield. Connor Boniwell was one. It looked like it may have been Isaac Davis for the Hawks. Ball goes out of play far sidelines. Throw in, coming up for the Hawks. Still waiting on all of these substitutions. We'll also see Zach Horting come in for the Hawks momentarily. He makes his way from the bench to the near sideline. Ithaca with control. Ball up top. Nobody's really there except the defense of the Hawks. Still in Ithaca's half. Working it towards their offensive third now. Tristan Cornell Roberts. Little give and go action. Gets the ball right back. Looks to really nobody As the ball is nearly won back over by the Hawks. 50-50 touches back and forth with 6 minutes to play in tonight's match. Little Red sporting a 6-0 lead over the Hawks. Isaac Davis with it now. Pivots through defenders. Trying to shake Mason Wolf off from the right side. He finds Trevor Coley. Outside left of the circle, inside now to the 18. Losing the ball at his feet. Will Strominger coming into the picture, finding Amir Omar with a big boot down the field, finding Cam Salko. At the left circle, now the right circle past midfield. A through ball up top to Tristan Cornell Roberts, able to corral it in. Near the 18, inside the 18 now. Defenders to his right, sends a big blast, goes high bar and tucks it on in for his second score of the night. And it's now a 7-0 Ithaca lead with 6:12 to play.
That's a fantastic finish. Nick, that's a great finish with 6 minutes to go. Gets a ball sprayed out to him from Salco Camo. Salco plays a 30-yard ball out to the wing on the ground. Splits the right central defender and the right back. Tristan picks it up. Step over left, step over right. Takes it to the outside and smashes it upper 90 near post. Just an outstanding finish. And again, there's a ruthlessness in the Little Red tonight that I haven't seen all season. They're sending a message. This is a message game. And Coach Antoine, we've seen him pull starters in a 3-4-0 game. He left starters in until this was 7-0. He emptied the bench with 6 minutes to go. This is sending a message to Corning about what's going to happen 2 weeks from now. Message sent to the press box. That's for sure. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
It's a 7-0 lead, 6 minutes to play. Those handful of Little Red substitutions finally in. Grant Huff, Sakeem Hoke, and Spencer Coley also back in for the Corning Hawks. Free kick coming up for the Hawks with under 6 minutes to play. 7-0 IHS. The ball looked like, I don't know if it caught off of Zach Horning or if maybe a player hit him from behind. Based on the crowd reaction below, I'm assuming that Horning may have gotten pushed, but I thought maybe the ball hit him in the face as he was trying to set it.
He may have been pushed into the ball, hitting him in the face.
That
I think that was a foul on Nico Cascalosi-Dean. But again, this is Corning's best opportunity in a long while. Just 22 yards out, just off dead center of the goal.
As the officials and head coach Steve Mastronardi having some quick words with each other. Clock continues to roll, under 5 minutes to play. Mastronardi clearly very frustrated with how things are going, so we'll get ready to see this free kick in front of a 5-man wall, and it goes on through. Off the gloves of Stagliano, Thomas Hagreif with the first score of the game for the Corning Hawks with 4:42 to play in tonight's match.
And that close, 22 yards out, Nick. That's a ball that made it around the outside of the wall. That situation, you got a 5-man wall, you may need to go 7. You go two more players, that ball doesn't make it around the end. But again, Corning looking for something, again, to take into a possible matchup with this Little Red team in the playoffs. Maybe that's the something. Down 7-0, they go get a goal, and let's see how they finish these last 4.5 minutes.
So now it's 7-1 with 4:32 to play in tonight's match. Ball over on the far side of the field. It goes out of play. Last touch by IHS. Corning getting set for the throw-in. Luke Terwilliger looking for somewhere to go with that ball. He eventually throws it in, and Ithaca maintains control, picks it right back up, steals it. From left to right they go. Looking up top for Salco Camo, but the ball's deflected out of play, far sideline. Clock continues to roll, under 4 minutes now. 7-0 Ithaca. Corning Hawks winning the ball back. Grant Huff trying to get in. No, but it's stolen away by IHS. The Little Red with a big cross down the field, looking for Max Gata, and Ekstrom coming out about 16 yards or so picks it on up, boots this one down. It's skied high, has some distance to it as well. Into Corning's half. Can they get it into their offensive third here? Oh, they can't. Ball stolen away. Alex Patz goes from the near side to the far side with a cross, not before the Hawks try to get it right back, and Ithaca with a quick touch. They're going to regain control. Max Gaeta sending the ball over to the far side of the field. Cross down the field. P.O. Tent with it now. Stops, losing everything. Salco Camo with it. 24 yards out, in some trouble. Looks to the right side. He was trying to find Andrew Araneo. Pass was deflected. Jay Reynolds with it for IHS. Max Gato with it once more. From the near side to the far side, he takes it. Gabe Miller with it. Quick touch to him. Right back to Gaeta. Defenders in front of him. Camo with a big blast. That's deflected off the shins of a Corning defender. Still outside of the 18. The ball in Ithaca's control. Araneo with it. He finds P.O. Tech with a cross. And it looked like he tried to get a shot off, but just a tough angle. More of a cross, if you will, than a shot.
Told you, man. These guys are up 7-1 with 2 minutes to go. They're still looking to score. I mean, this is a team that knows this is the last regular season game. Yeah, it's money time. It's win or go home in 2 weeks, and they're playing like it. They're playing, again, with a ruthless efficiency I haven't seen out of them all season. And if you ever want to see it, you want to see it now. You don't want to see it on August 30th, September the 2nd. What are you doing in October? What are you doing in November? If this is any indication of what these guys are going to look like, they're looking like they're trying to do bare minimum what they did last year, and that's get to the regionals past Oneonta with a chance to do something that hasn't been done in a long time around these parts, and that's take a deeper run in the playoffs, get that regional win, get yourself to a Final Four. They look like they got the pieces to do it. Again, can they mentally stay sharp enough to maintain the focus that they've showed tonight?
Ball goes out of play far sidelines, just a little over 1 minute to play in tonight's match. 7-1 score. Ithaca leading Corning. And now exactly 1 minute to play as an Ithaca player down on the ground, slow to get up to his feet. Ball makes its way towards goal. Garrett Sandiford kicking it down the field for IHS just moments ago. Ball here near side. Alex Patz with a quick touch. Looks like a little give and go action. P.O. Tet ends up with it. Now right back to Patz. Right around 30 seconds of play. Jay Reynolds finding Max Gaeta. Now Corning from right to left they go. It's Grant Huff taking the ball 35 plus yards himself, getting tripped up, taking a tumble, flying through the air. Whistles blow. There's a kick coming up for IHS with 10 seconds to play. Here's P.O. Tent with a cross down the field, looks to the left side, looking for Ben Vanderland outside of the 18-yard box, and that'll do it. Siren sounds, whistle blows. The Ithaca Little Red, for the first time since 2011, Stack West Division champions with a 7-1 win over the Corning Hawks.
Ruthlessly efficient, physically dominating, tactically sound, technically superior. I think that's enough superlatives. They were in every facet of the game. It was great. It was great sitting here watching these guys do it. And again, Nick, we've talked about it. I don't think I've known a high school team in the area as intimately as I know these guys. Mason Wolf, Pierre Clavel, coached these guys since they were 8 years old, watching Amir, watching Max, watching Will Stromer. Some of these kids have been playing together for 10 years. They looked like a team that know each other's strengths, and they played to them tonight. Just physically, I mean, every area. Physically, tactically, technically, psychologically. They were aces tonight. They look like a team that's ready for the playoffs. They just look like it. Swag, man. Swag and confidence. Oozing out of the white shirts tonight. Oozing, Nick.
The 7-1 final score. Ithaca in dominating fashion taking down the Corning Hawks, the reigning Stack West champions, for the last 2 seasons. Corning winning Stack West titles back in 2012 and, of course, last season. But when it's all said and done, it's the Ithaca Little Red coming away with the win, and they will play Johnson City Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. Full post-game shows coming up. Stick with us. This is Section 4 Boys High School Soccer on ESPNIthaca.com.